Well, hey there. It's me, Angie. Come on in. It's time for our neighbor.
It's me, Angie, calling out to you. The door's wide open, step on through. Neighbors chatting over fence lines, sharing stories, sipping sunshine. We're here without a lively crowd. She loves you, there's no doubt. She loves you, there's no doubt. Nothing you can do about. Come in, friends, don't hesitate. Angie's heart won't let you wait. The porch light's on, the night is clear. Bring your laughter, leave your fear. Life's a party on this street. Every corner's got a beat. We're here without the vibes allowed. She loves you, there's no doubt. She loves you, there's no doubt. Nothing you can do about. And you can be my coming friends, don't hesitate. Angie's heart won't let you wait.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome in. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing great. It's wonderful weather here in Mississippi. It's supposed to be 75 today. Oh, yes. Thank you, my brother from another mother. There is. Hey, Jen, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you, CJ. Um, yeah, I'm enjoying that intro too. Two or three of the people I know on YouTube helped me. Uh, well, didn't help me. They created that for my channel, which I love. It's the perfect song, I think. I hope you're doing okay, CJ. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I can't wait to see you soon. Y'all go over there and check the costume jeweler out. He's got an amazing channel. His little group of chats is called the Hen Den. So y'all need to go over there and check the Hen Den out. Jim, what about this talent show we're having tomorrow on your channel? You got it all set up? Hey, Mr. Doggity Dog, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Cleaned house, laundry, dishes, and just now sitting down. Got the windows. Y'all, hold on. I got to take this call. It's about our van. Hold on a minute. Hey. So let me tell y'all story time. Um, I've been trying to get a handicapped van. James and I have. And we waited and waited. And they're supposed to be delivering it Monday or Tuesday of next week. It's coming from Texas. And it's the van that, the little uh I just went blank. The little thing comes out the ramp and you just drive up into the vehicle. So he is trying to go get a leave work, go get a cashier's check. So when they deliver the van, he'll have their funds. So we were trying to get all that taken care of. But I'm excited about getting the van. Maybe I can travel easier now. Oh, yes. 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 That sounds great. Yes. That sounds awesome. CJ, yes. Hey, Julie, how are you? Welcome in. Yes, the hen den is wonderful. I love the hen den. Yay, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see all the talents that we have. Okay, CJ, love you. Have a good day. So, what are y'all doing today? Is it beautiful where y'all are? Let me see what the weather is here. The weather is I didn't put up a thumbnail until about 15 minutes before I went live because I didn't know if I was going to be able to go live. It's something's going on every day. And I had Berkeley every day last week. Oh, that child. Woo, a 5-year old, but I loved every minute of it. Um, she was so sweet. She's the sweetest child. Oh, let me see what this says. It was supposed to be 75 today. It's hot in this house. I know that. I should turn the air on. I should have turned the air on before I went live. Yesterday I had the heat on. Today I got to turn the air on. It's 72 right now. 72. Uh, but we do have a 40% chance of rain. I hope it doesn't rain. Oh, thank you, Jen. It's gonna be uh a Toyota can't pronounce it. It's Sienna, I think. Sienna. I don't know what it is. James is handling all that. I don't want to know anything about it, but just drive up in it and go. I don't want to take care of any of it. I take care of so much stuff. I don't even want to know about this. None of it. But of course, he's got to involve me in it because he's called me 5 times today about it. And he was off yesterday. He could have handled some of it yesterday, but he waited till today to give me instructions on call the bank, la la la, find out this information. And I'm like, why didn't you call about this yesterday? Make sure the money's in the account. What do I need to get a cashier's check? Do I need to do this? All this stuff. So, I mean, but anyway, let's get past all that. Let's talk about something else. Oh, and I'm about to get which I'm gonna take pictures of I'm gonna do a video about when my van comes, but I also am gonna do a video when they start building my sidewalk. I'm gonna get a sidewalk from the front of my house around to the side so I can ride my wheelchair on the sidewalk instead of um going in the yard. Because y'all have probably heard the stories about me getting stuck in the yard. Some wild stories. But we're building a sidewalk to get so I can travel better outside the house because I cannot even go to doctor's appointments that are already scheduled if it rains. I have to call and cancel because I can't get out in my wheelchair because I don't want to get stuck in my yard or have a chance of getting bogged down or something. I'm a heavy woman. When I go out in that yard, I'm into the grass, but still, if that water has settled any, I'm just deep into the yard. I'm heavy. I've not been this heavy my entire life, but I am a heavy woman. Plus, this wheelchair is not light. It weighs a lot too. So you put those two things together, you got some weight going through the yard. It's not like if I could stand up and walk through the yard, it's not like that. Because I got to think of the weight of the wheelchair, all that. But yeah, Berkeley. She told me every day, Gigi, can I stay up all night? I want to stay up all night. I'm like, yeah, honey, you can stay up all night. And the first night she did that, James looked at me like, what? I said, she's not staying up all night. She ain't going to be able to make it. She can't make it. Honey, by 9 o'clock, she was out like a light. The next night, Gigi, can I stay up all night? Yeah, baby. She asked me that every day, and I just said, yeah. One night, she was asleep by 8:30. So I told James, I said, that baby is not going to last. And I didn't last either. I mean, I was right behind her. When she went to sleep, I was not far behind that baby. Oh my gosh, we played, and anything she wanted to do that we were able to do with me being in a wheelchair, we did it. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about 8 hours of it. And this baby loves snacks. She told me, she said, Gigi, I got to tell you, my mama lets me have 2 snacks, because I was only giving her one at a time. And she would say, but Gigi, my mama lets me have 2. I said, are you sure your mama lets you have 2 snacks at one time? Yeah, she lets me have 2. I said, I don't think so. And she just laughed. It was so funny. She thought she's going to get 2 snacks. But, and then when you got her and Lincoln together playing, ooh wee. And I can't imagine when Livy gets involved. Man, when Livy gets old enough to get involved with them playing, and when we have all 3 of them here, I can't imagine how tired I'm going to be. There's going to be one tired Gigi when all 3 of them get here. But I think they'll all be here at Easter. But see, I won't be with them by myself. Their mom and daddies will be here, and we'll be having a family gathering, and which it'll wear me out, but not like having 3 grandbabies at one time. And honey, Lincoln is nothing but all boy. Oh my gosh. Anybody that's ever had boys, you know what I'm talking about. They have so much energy, and they want to climb on everything. Everything. And they'll just act like, oh, I got this. Just start climbing. I got it. Hey, Pamela. How are you? Welcome in. What's going on? Are you doing okay today? Y'all, tomorrow on Janine's channel, tomorrow's Friday, they're having a talent contest for people in the chat that want to come up and do a talent. But it's kind of like the Gong Show. They want you to do something like that's funny, but you can do something that you're really talented at. But they want it to be kind of off the rails, which I got something planned, which I hope I'll be able to do it. I mean, it's nothing great. It's real simple. I think probably anybody and everybody can do it. But they're having a talent show tomorrow, and that's on Janine's. If she's still in here, she can drop the link. If she wants to drop the link to her show tomorrow, she and Denise are gonna have a talent show. Yeah, stupid human tricks. Yeah, it's gonna be so funny. I just want to laugh. Oh my gosh, I just want to laugh. I can remember the Gong Show, and oh my gosh, that's all I got in my head is, oh, and look, Jen has a trophy. Whoever wins gets a trophy. If y'all go over there to her channel and check it out, she's been showing the trophy, and it's going to be loads of fun. Oh, thanks, Jen, for dropping that. Got to put this in. I didn't even share myself out. Trying to put this in this frame. usually when you don't put up the thumbnail several days ahead, nobody comes in. So I'm really not looking for a lot of people to come into the live today. I just thought I would come live because I go live every week. I try to. But like I said, last week I couldn't come live because um Berkeley was here and there was no way that was going to happen. She was not going to let that happen. That's for sure. What kind of weather are y'all having, Jen? If you're still in here, you're probably getting the same kind of weather I am. What is Denise doing today? 74 and a little windy, yeah. It's kind of stuffy here in my house. When I get through going live, I'm probably gonna go and turn my air on, which is crazy. But we have run our air in November and in December. I remember growing up as a child, we had seasons. Like you had winter, summer, winter, spring, summer, and fall. And you didn't turn your air conditioner on in November or December because it was cold or it was actually cool. I don't remember as a child us ever turning any kind of thing on to cool, which for years, my grandmother, which I stayed with a lot, she didn't have air. She would lift the windows, put a fan in there. And I was used to just fans. I didn't have air conditioning. And but it was just unheard of. Nowadays, people have their air conditioner running in December and in January. It's crazy. But I like all four seasons instead of just every other day it's cold. Um and then you got a fire going in the fireplace. Next day you got your air conditioner on. This I don't know what's happened to the weather. It's just crazy. Hey Josie, welcome in. How are you? How are you today? I'm glad that you got your package. On the email that I got, it when it said that it was delivered, it took a picture of it outside your door. So I was like, okay, good. She'll see it when she comes back and goes into the house. She'll see it. It was right there. And oh, you're working on your packages. Oh, and I was going to tell you too, I like both of the topics that you have planned for our show. Josie and I do a show the second Thursday of every month called The Calm Before the Storm. One month it's on my channel, the next month it's on her channel. With this next month, it's going to be on her channel. And we get to, whoever channel it's on, we choose the topic. And we let each other know so we can study up on it too. We study along, and learn as everybody else learns. We're not trying to preach to the people and tell them what to do. We actually are learning right along. We're just kind of facilitating the chat, and it has been really good. We have some good conversations in there. So if y'all want to come over and Josie's a lot better than me. She gets her thumbnails up really, really fast. And so does Jen. Do you want to they are back? You go to Jen's channel and she's got thumbnails up, plumb up, I don't know how many months ahead. And Josie too. And Josie has an auction tomorrow with Leslie's Lucky Finds. And then she have a solo Saturday. Josie, you can drop those links if you want to. Josie sells some beautiful jewelry. Beautiful. Uh, very good prices. You won't be disappointed if you purchase anything from Josie. And when you go to her channel, she doesn't expect you to purchase, just like Jen. Go over there and have fun, talk in the chat, but no drama. Nope, no drama. And of course, where there's no friends in auctions, you can bid against anybody anytime, if you want the item or whatever. Uh, Josie, I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about they're supposed to deliver our van Monday or Tuesday. The handicap van is supposed to it's coming from Texas, and they're supposed to deliver it here at our home Monday or Tuesday. And I'm excited about that. I'm probably going to do a video once when it comes. I'm blessed to get it. I was praying this morning, thanking God that I was able to get it, because I think I'll be able to go more places and travel more once we get the van. Those things are not, they're pricey. I'm gonna tell you that. Um, very pricey. I don't take it for granted that I was able to get one. I was just very blessed, and it's not brand new. I mean, y'all. James has handled all this for the van. I've just seen pictures of it. I want to say it's either a 2019 or 2020, and I'm telling you, it. If you was looking at a new one like 2026, it would be $84,000 to $90,000 for a handicap van. I'm not joking. Oh yeah, I know, Jen. It's gonna be a game changer, especially when we go to our sons. We don't have to have James taking the wheelchair off the back. And see, I hadn't been able to take my new wheelchair because it's much heavier than my old electric wheelchair. So I've had to take my older, which it didn't matter, except my new wheelchair lets back and lets me raise my feet up and lay back. And when we go to my son's, I need that. I need to be able to prop my feet up. But we haven't been able to take my new wheelchair anywhere, doctor's appointments or anything, because the weight of it is too heavy for the automobile that we have now. So it's gonna be a lot better. I'm just so excited about it. I know a lot of people that are handicapped do not have the opportunity to have a van, and I was just blessed to be able to purchase a van, and I don't take that lightly. And I'm just thankful that we were able to purchase one. Especially, I never dreamed, which I mean, I never thought I'd be handicapped, but I never dreamed how pricey the handicap vans are. I never even thought, I had no reason to think about it. But what they do is they take a regular vehicle, the price of it, then they do the conversion, and convert it into the handicap part. Oh my gosh. It was just blowing my mind what James was telling me that was all involved in, you know, having a handicap van, as far as what all you got to do. And I'm like, please don't tell me. As long as you know and you can handle it, you handle it. I'll just drive my wheelchair right up in there, and you just drive and we'll go. I trust you. But hey Monica, how are you? Welcome in. How are you doing? And I'll be glad when they get my sidewalk built too. We're talking to a guy about building me a sidewalk so I won't have to ride on the grass outside around the house to get to the van. Monica, what you doing? How are you today? What's the weather in your town? Josie, I figured you'd be crafting today. Josie does she's excellent at crafts. She does junk journals, uh, all kind of stuff. She's good at that. I don't do well. But Berkeley is wonderful at crafts. She was teaching me some stuff, which I had some craft things here that was in a box that I had saved, and I don't know why I saved them. I guess I'm hoarding at an old age. And I said, "Wait, Berkeley, I think Gigi's got some craft stuff that I had got from an auction or something, or somebody sent them to me. I don't remember." And honey, she took those craft things. She made her mom and daddy a card. She was loving doing crafts. Oh, you're doing a lot of reports. Oh, it's a little warmer. It's 41 degrees. Oh, okay, that is warm. Hey, Nora, the stock explorer, the cool kid of the block. How are you doing? What's going on, Nora? What you got going on, girl? How's Florida? Oh, you're almost finished with the Easter. Can you believe Easter is April the 5th? Yo, and today is the 26th of February. And we only have 28 days in February. And let's see, Sunday is March the 1st. And y'all know what I'm looking forward to? Time change. Oh, I am so glad that the days are fixing to get longer. I do not like the short days. I do not like it. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad, Nora. That's good. That's real good. Real good. Y'all, I'm trying to get used to this short hair of mine. Trying to get used to it. I like it. But it takes me a minute to decide how I want to fix it so it won't look so bad. I don't know if it's the steroids or what that's making my hair like coarse. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so coarse. I mean, it's soft in some areas, but in some areas it's coarse and dry. Oh my gosh. I don't care how much conditioner I put on it. Oh, thank you, Josie. Thank you. Um, that makes an old woman feel good. I have a birthday coming up in May. I'll be 59 years old. I'm about to leave the 50s and going into the 60s, and my brain cannot comprehend that because my brain still thinks I'm about, I don't know, 30, but my body is aging, but my brain is not. And it's just crazy. I still feel young, except the physical part that I go through. I was watching uh videos, and I have TikTok on my phone, and at night I put my earbuds in and I just scan through and I watch those dancing videos. And oh yeah, I miss dancing so much. I used to love to dance. But I will be over in my recliner, James watching something on TV, and you know how it is when you have earbuds in, you don't know that you're how bad you sound when you're singing and how you're moving around dancing. Well, I'm over there dancing in my recliner like, "Ooh, I'm loving this music." And I'll look at him and he'll be like, "What are you listening to?" But I enjoy music so much. Yeah, my white hairs have changed the texture of my hair. Not as soft unless I add some good oil to it. I love gray hair. I'm getting a few gray hairs in my hair and I'm loving it. I love gray hair. I mean, a lot of women are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting gray. I'm getting gray." Not me. I love gray. Now you have different colors of gray. You have some colors that are not as pretty as other gray hair, you know. But I don't have anything against gray hair. I mean, I like it. I know, Josie. I know. And you sure don't, you don't act that age. You probably feel the same way I do. Like your brain's telling you you're this age, but looking at your birthday, you know what year you were born and you know how old that you are, but you don't feel like it. I remember thinking 60s were old, and I'm now 57, and I'm thinking I'll still be a youngin' at see. Yes, and do you know what? Now I don't want to put down on my grandmother because, yeah, great pride. Um, yes, Josie, amen, and it works very well, very well. Um, I don't want to put down on my grandmother because I loved her, but when she was 60, they wore these house dresses and they wore their hair up in a bun or and they wore these aprons and she looked older than I do at 60. And when she was 70, she from the time she was 50 until she passed away, to me she didn't change in age that much because she always wore house dresses that she called them. Um, she did wear like jogging suits and all that in her later years, but mostly when she was in her 50s and 60s, she wore house dresses and I don't know how to explain it. She just appeared to be older to me than I do at 60. That's one thing. My ability to walk has left me, but this is one thing that I don't want it to leave. I don't want this to leave. My dad is suffering with Alzheimer's right now, and I'm thinking, Lord, I hope it's not genetic, which I know it can be, because I've seen families, especially a family that went to our church. Every one of them, they'd get to a certain age, and then they would start losing their memory. And there was one lady that I worked with at the bank. Her brothers and all that had dementia, and she was so sharp at the bank. She was a loan officer. She did our on Wednesday night. She would give. She did the books, and she would tell what had went on during the month at our church, how we spent our money and everything. She was real sharp. Well, she in her 70s, she got dementia. And it just was so sad because I was like, man. And I worked with her for 10 years and went to church with her. I know how sharp that she once was. And then all of a sudden she just started declining. Yes, yes, that's what my son says. Keep moving, keep moving. And see, I play to get my mind moving. I do trivia, I do puzzles like word puzzles. Um, I love Jeopardy. The kids and I and James used to watch that all the time. I watch a lot of shows on YouTube that make you think. You got to keep that up. Hey, Nana, how are you? Welcome in. How are you doing? How's the weather where you are? Boy, it was crazy on your and Angie's auction last night. Only putting the emojis in. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I hope YouTube gets all that fixed. You're taking a break? Breaks are good. Breaks are good. Yes, Nora, I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Agreed. Which this is my only outlet, really, socially. I mean, I see my family and everything. I see my children, James. I have a couple of friends of mine that they're we're I call them my best friends. They come by, maybe twice or once a month to visit me. I get out to go to doctor's appointments, but I don't really socialize. I got this little pen that says it's too peoply outside, and I don't really like to be around. I used to love to be around a room full of people and just chat it up and all that. No, not now. I don't. I don't. Except YouTube. I love doing YouTube. I love being around people on YouTube. But as far as going out, like the places that I used to go, no, I have no desire, none whatsoever. It's crazy with YouTube, and it wasn't just. I know. I went into two other auctions, and even Monday night when I was on Jen's channel with her and Denise, it was messing up then. It was crazy. Yes, agreed, Nora. Yes. Yes, Nana, I agree with that. But like last week I couldn't go live because oh, it's still messing up today, but not as bad. Oh yeah, Josie. Somebody, and I don't know if it was Nana and Angie's, but there's somebody's come up in Spanish. I mean, it came up in a totally different language than English. But I don't know somebody, and I don't know how true this is because I don't know. But somebody said they did a uh, uh upgrade, or they updated the system, or you know what I'm talking about. And I heard the chat's glitching. Yeah. Well, the way it was in Jen's, it would come up, the whole chat would stop. Like people would be trying to bid on something and you couldn't see it. And then all of a sudden it would just all come later. Yeah, StreamYard was doing the same thing. It was acting crazy too. Ours did that, and someone else's live, it was doing it too last night. Type English but comes out Spanish. So weird. I know it is weird. Um, an update. You know, anytime, and I know this from working at different places, anytime you do an update, like a real big update, and you update your system, you don't know you don't know what's going to come out or leave or lose, or some crazy stuff's going to get all twisted. Yeah, almost like the chat in the StreamYard and the chat in YouTube were not communicating properly or something. Yeah, Jen, it was just crazy. YouTube has been moving, making changes. Apparently, it caused glitches. Yeah, definitely YouTube with the streaming to other platforms, Emux, StreamYard, etc. Y'all, I know I'm just like this. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm at the age where I don't want to learn anything new. Just like people have moved away from StreamYard into another like Nana was talking about what is that? Emux or whatever that's called. And Angie Oddity, she has a different thing that she uses besides StreamYard. And Johnny switched to something else. Y'all, and I'm not lazy, okay? I'm not lazy because I don't mind. I just don't want to learn something else. I mean, I learned StreamYard, some of it. I kind of know how to move around in it. That's just like with my iPhone. I don't ever want to switch from iPhone to another phone because I don't know anything else. I mean, it may be something else out there that's good, but not for me because and I sometimes I have to hand my phone to Taylor and say, Taylor, look, find this or fix this or download this or I still have to have help with my iPhone. And I can't imagine going to like something else. Learning new stuff is hard and I don't have patience like I used to when I was younger. Yes, me either. Me either. I like StreamYard even if it went up in price. Yeah, I'm just so used to it. I would have to give up something else and keep StreamYard. Like something else here at my house. If us being on a budget, I would have to say, okay, I want to keep my StreamYard, but I'm gonna cut this. If we had to make cuts or whatever, because I just don't want to learn something else. I don't. I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't want to learn nothing else. I don't want to. And once you get used to something, it's just like we we as human beings get set in our ways. It's weird how the older you get set in your ways and you don't want it to be any different. I'm just used to it and a little stubborn. So yeah, I'll have to make that decision in July if I keep StreamYard or moving to another one. I sure don't want to switch. Oh, Nana, I know. I know if I ever had to, it would have to come down to me just having to. Like there was no other choice. Never say never. I've learned that in life. Don't ever say what you're not going to do because you're going to end up doing it. So I never say never, but I don't want to. If I have a choice, I'm keeping StreamYard. Um, from what I've seen, StreamYard is better. I haven't tried anything else. I've seen I've been in lives where like Johnny's live where he uses another platform and I mean I wouldn't be able to tell if anything was different anyway. Uh but Johnny loves to learn new things. He loves to try new things and then he wants to tell other people, teach them how to do it and all that and that's not me. Those days for me are over. I don't want to teach anybody anything. I don't want to tell anybody how to do their life, what they should do, how they should do it. No, you live you and I'll do me. Now, if you ask me for my advice, I may or may not give it, but I'm gonna end with this. You do what you want to do. But if it were me, this is how I would handle it. You don't have to do anything that I'm just giving you some advice. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't, it's not gonna hurt my feelings because it's your decision to make. But I'm not gonna get up anybody's business and try to tell them what they should be doing and how they should be fixing things. No, 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 don't want to do it. No. StreamYard has added a lot of new things. Oh, you would know, Josie, but every time I pull up, and they have a little block, they have that little thing that says, StreamYard now has blah, blah, blah. Angie, she just X's right out of that. I'm probably missing out on so much that StreamYard does because I don't actually read and learn what's going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like I'm dealing with a Cadillac and I'm treating it like a Pinto. If y'all remember the little Pinto cars, I'm treating it like a little cheaper version, but it's probably a Cadillac, and I just don't know it because I hadn't sought it out. I'm paying for a Cadillac, but I'm driving around like it's a Pinto. And I hate to put it like that, but that's exactly what's happening. If you only go live like this, you can do it's straight from YouTube. No other platform needed, right? Yeah, you can, but you know what I like about StreamYard going live? Is when you're on YouTube and you go live, the chat just, it just goes. And it's in front of your face, and you really can't see what, to me, I can't see. And I can't read what everybody's saying because it's got me behind it. It's not like this white that's behind what y'all saying now. I can see what y'all are saying in this chat. But in YouTube, it doesn't have a background. It just has me as a background. And I can't read all the chat because it's not as distinct. I guess that's what I want to say. Hey, Purple Winks, how are you doing? Kind of like me. Champagne taste with a beer pocketbook. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good afternoon, Angie. Hey, Purple, how are you doing, honey? Exactly. And can play intros and things using platforms now. Yes. And I love my new intro. I love it. When I started 7 years ago, I used to use YouTube. I think I probably did too when I first started. I probably did. Yo, I got to thinking about it. Oh, happy birthday, Purple. Is today your birthday? Or was yesterday your birthday? Today is my 21st birthday. Well, happy 21st. Girl, you're legal. You'll be able to do a lot more things. You've just stepped into another dimension. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Purple. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. Josie's got a birthday coming up March the 1st. Hers be Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is Josie's birthday. And then Ella's got one in March. Her birthday's in March. Now you can drink vodka with me. Yeah, she's legal. She can drink. You're welcome, Purple. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you doing? Welcome in. How are you doing today? What's going on in your neighborhood? Is your weather okay? Okay, I'm gonna have to get off. I'm gonna have to get on food now. So James comes in. He's like, I found this recipe. I want us to try it. I think she's older. I think she is older, as Purple said, to add some more years to that. Oh yeah, Purple's older, but like we were talking about in our mind. In my mind, I'm not about to be 59. I think I'm a lot younger, but my body is telling me I'm older, a lot older with all these pains. I've had problems with YouTube. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Elizabeth. We were just talking about that. It's the 28th anniversary of the 29th birthday. Yeah. Elizabeth, it's YouTube making updates. We all have had YouTube issues, sweetie. Yeah. It's not raining or snowing, so it's a great day. I'm 21 forever. There you go. Uh I'm friends with some people on vodka, please pour some in my water bowl. Yeah, I hear you. Um I've watched some videos on Facebook of some friends of mine that live up north or in the northern states. The snow, y'all, it is crazy. They were having to dig their cars out. I mean, and they were coming down the road trying to clear the roads. They were so deep in snow. I cannot even imagine that much snow. Cannot even fathom that much snow. Apple, but out an update too. Apple had an update too, so that made more problems. Oh, really? All these updates, and I don't want to be the bearer of like what could happen, but y'all think about if all this stuff went down and how we would not be able to communicate. Because used to, when you had a landline, when you had a landline phone that hung on the wall or you sat on a table or whatever, when we had a disaster, unless our phone lines got torn down, in the meantime, you could call somebody. But if the grid goes down, they could shut all the cell phones off and the Wi-Fi and all that, and we wouldn't be able to communicate with no one but who we lived around. We wouldn't know anything that was going on. I don't even want to think about that. But if that does, or I hope it never happens, that's a scary thing. That really it's not the way it used to be. How we depend on so much on these devices. I know it is silly. Oh no, a lot's going on in the world, and it would only take one thing to happen, and it would shut everything down. Oh yeah, Josie, me too. I mean, I think about it happening. Uh, the only thing would be with me. Now Taylor is here. I mean, I would know what was going on with her. The only thing is, I wouldn't know what was going on with Matt because he lives almost 2 hours from me, which is not that far. I mean, we could drive and check on him, but not if we couldn't get through the roads or, if something happened, he would be in another state and we would be here and we wouldn't be able to communicate. Now, I wouldn't like that, but I still have a landline. My phone doesn't work in the house. We had a power outage and people come to our house to use the phone. Yes, yes, true, Josie. Yes. I mean, there's so much. And here's the thing, really, technology is more advanced than we think it is. They only let out little bits and pieces as they want to. Now, we just think it's crazy now, but the people that deal with things that are, just look at the technology that's come out. Like, it's just rapidly, it doubles and triples. It's like it just turns into, like back in the 90s, we had computers, but technology didn't go as fast as it goes now. And then it got to be faster and faster, and things were changing and doing, and it's just sped up. Yes, it is. It is. And that's what I was talking about. It's just getting more advanced and more advanced. And it's probably more advanced than we know in the world. The people that have it just are not letting it all out at one time. They're just letting it out in bits and pieces. Oh, we probably couldn't handle it if they throwed it all out there to us at one time. We probably could not handle uh, all that's out there. People would do bad things with it, you know, and then they got to get rules and regulations and standards on how to manage all that technology. I mean, if you throw something out there that doesn't have any regulations on it, I don't think we could either. I really don't. And there's probably agencies in the United States that are using stuff that we have never even fathomed in our mind what could be used. I mean, I know this is might be a bad example, but you know how James Bond used to use all these little gadgets, which were a lot more advanced than that. But you watch these movies, Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, and he uses all these different gadgets and stuff. I mean, it's just crazy what a computer can do. And you know how big they used to be? Like in rooms, they were like huge. It took up the whole entire room. And then they got the desktop computer like we had in the 90s. And then, of course, the laptop and so on and so on. And then you could put a lot of memory in just that little bit of space. You could handle, I mean, I don't know how many. And just like our phones handling all the stuff that we put on it, it's just crazy. So true. Look at the Jetsons back in the day and how suppressed what they how surpassed yeah, what they yeah, we're surpassed that. And we thought that was like, that would never happen. Oh, we would never be able to live like that. Oh, I use that too, Josie. I use that too. I do. I use it. It's real good. I downloaded that app, and it's very helpful. It really is. So let me tell you, Josie, when you sent me an email, this was the strangest thing that happened. When you sent me that email, down below it, it was a response. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't remember responding to Josie. Well, this is my first time reading this email. But it was like I had sent you a message back, and it was this nice little written out message answering all your questions and, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, is this AI giving me a message to send back in case I couldn't think of something to say? And I got to looking at it, and it was. It wasn't even a message from me. It was them. They had read the email, and they were replying or giving me a choice to choose to reply back to you. Say this, this, and this, which I didn't use them. I replied in my own words. It was an option response if you wanted to use it. Yep, exactly. Yes. And it was so strange because when I woke up, I wasn't quite woke up, and I thought, did I do that in my sleep and not even remember that I answered Josie's email? And I had to sit there and think. And I said, wait, hold on. Let me think about this. How could this have happened if I didn't do it? And then I thought, it's given me a scenario of how I could answer this email. And I was like, nope, I'm not using that. I'm going to use my own words. Yeah, exactly, Nana. Exactly. You don't have to think. Somebody else is thinking for you, which is scary. Scary. Yes, AI automatically giving you a response. It happens everywhere now. I know, and I thought about that too. I thought about that. I'm like, they have read this message that she sent me, and they have given me a opportunity to use their response, not my response, but their response for this email. To me, that takes away the personal part of it. Or like Nana said, the thinking, that you might want to say instead of using, because I may have looked at that and said, oh, that sounds good. I'll just send this to Josie. This sounds like a good response. No, but some people may do that. I don't know. But it is scary. It really is. Um, but now, and I don't want to get anything really started, but there's already people that don't want to think for themselves. It's been like that for years. They let somebody else think for them, and they don't think things through for themselves and try to learn things on their own. They'll listen to somebody else's view or their opinion and not even study whatever's being talked about. It's like if they're friends with that person or if they know that person and that person says, oh, this, and this is going on. This is the way that needs to be done. And that person that hadn't even studied up on it or know anything about it says, okay, that sounds good. I'm going to go with them. Which I'm the type of person I want to know for myself. I want to search it out myself and learn about it and know about it. On the other hand, it's better AI thinks for some. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. But you have to think about it. It's catering more to those people than it is the ones that are intelligent. That's the brain they're trying to get to. Are the people that are thinking for themselves. They're trying to get them laxed in it. Like, oh, I don't have time to respond. Let me just use this. And they'll just use it because people are so busy. Exactly. I get so tired of everyone using my mind. um, Common sense, and I know y'all probably been around, which I have, but you've been around people that have a lot of book knowledge. You know, they know a lot about a lot, but they don't know everyday common sense things. They can't think on that level, which I would rather have common sense than an exceptional high book sense. I mean, I know that might sound strange. I'm not putting down on anybody that's highly functional because I think that's a wonderful thing, but God knew that wasn't for me. He needed to keep me down here on the common sense group. I need to be over here with the common sense. Yep, everything that's happening, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking about to start doing little short videos, like 2 or 3 minute videos about did you know, like little snippets of things that happen in the Bible that people do not have a clue about. Like, hey, did you know it didn't rain before the flood came? Noah in the ark. Did you, some people don't even realize that it never even rained. They didn't even know what rain was. The earth just replenished itself. And when Noah started talking about rain, they didn't really know what he was talking about because they had never seen it. It never rained. And I'm thinking about doing little short videos on did you know, and little things like that. Hello, my sweet Angie. Hey, Wonder Woman Wendy. How are you? Welcome in. And then in the part of the Bible it says, uh I just went blank. I was gonna say something. They talk about the eye of the needle. Um, the eye of the needle is not like you sewing. You think of eye of a needle like you get this needle and you sew. That's not what that eye of the needle is. Over in Jerusalem, where the camels have to go through, is called the eye of the needle. And they have to get down, they have to lay down and crawl through this thing that looks like an eye of a needle. And that's why it's called the eye of the needle. It's not actual like sewing. And a lot of people don't know, because when I was growing up, what is that scripture? It's easier for a man to go through the eye of the needle than I can't remember that scripture. I'm thinking about doing those little things that people they read the Bible and they don't look at it that it was translated from Hebrew or Greek into our language, and it lost some of its wording because they used English words for instead of Hebrew words, and some things don't mean what they literally say in the Bible. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that you have to do a little research on what it means. But I thought about doing that. It wouldn't take but a minute or a minute and a half to just do a little, hey, did you know? And do the little thing that I just explained to y'all. And use the verse so they would know where to find it, of course. I wouldn't tell it without using the actual verse that it goes along with. Um, because people they will question a lot of stuff when you start doing that. But I just feel like I want to do that. I think it'd be cute little videos. Some people are really interested in knowing. I've been noticing on some of the channels that I frequent, they're starting to do Bible readings and Bible studies for the first time, because on one channel of a person that I have gone to in the past, she started reading the Bible from the beginning. She had never actually read the Bible from, ever. So she started at the Old Testament and was going, she was in there with all those so and so begot, begot. And it talks about the generations. And she's like, I'm never going to get through these begots. You know what I'm saying? And but she finally got through that. She got through, and she's now reading the Bible. She says she had never read it before. Thank y'all. I think I might do that. But I never can catch her live. And when somebody first starts reading through the Bible, they have to understand that the Old Testament's the law, the New Testament's grace, and the Old Testament is a good, take the Ten Commandments for example. The Ten Commandments are a great thing for us to live by, but we don't live under the Ten Commandments anymore because that's the law. We live under grace, but it's a wonderful thing to follow. You know, don't get me wrong, but because we live under grace, the verse that says, "Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, mind, soul, and body, and love your neighbor as yourself." Well, if you do those two things, you are completing what those Ten Commandments are. You know, you're actually living those Ten Commandments, but we don't live under the law anymore. I mean, if we did on Sundays back in Bible days, on the Sabbath, whatever day that was, they could only walk so many steps. They could only take so many steps that day. I mean, literally like walking steps. And once they met that quota, they couldn't take those steps anymore. No any more steps. It was against the law. And a lot of people don't know things like that. And because a lot of people, they don't know about Jewish law. And a lot of the Old Testament, well, that's what the Old Testament is really about. And then you got the New Testament, which I'm not condoning that you should not live by anything in the Old Testament. It's just that's the law, and we're not there anymore. We're under grace, which is over here. But I love the Old Testament. I love to learn about all the stories, all the people, and the things that happened, and where it all started, and all that. I'm interested in all of it, which is the whole book. You can't have one without the other. But it just shocks me that there's people in the world that's never read the Bible. That just shocks me. I'm like, but I live in the Bible Belt. I live in the South. So, I mean, I grew up with it just fed to me, just fed to me. I mean, I just grew up with it. But it just shocks me that people have never read it. And that some people don't even have one in their house. And I have so many that I could probably share a Bible with everybody in my neighborhood, which is sad. I shouldn't have that many. I should be giving them away, really, to people and saying, "Hey, do you have a Bible? If you don't have a Bible, let me give you one." But I not too long ago, I cleaned out my walk-in closet back here, and on the very top, where all stuff that I had stored up there, I had a lot of books that I had read and was keeping because I would probably reread them. And I know the lady that helped me clean my walk-in closet out, I know I had 20 Bibles in there. That's not including the ones by my nightstand, the 3 that I got up here that I read in the mornings for my devotion, the 2 that I have in here in the YouTube room. I mean, I told that lady, I said, that's a sin. I should not have that many. I should be giving these Bibles away. But and I don't know how I accumulated that many Bibles. Hey Lisa, how are you? Welcome in. How's the weather where you are in Texas? I have never read it cover to cover. I have read parts at a time. I also like listening to Bible in a year, but still didn't go cover to cover. Well, it's hard Nana, I don't want to say hard. I shouldn't say hard. Um, oh, it's hot there. Yeah, it's gonna be 75 or 76 here today. Yeah, I don't know beautiful Lisa, which I know y'all all do. Y'all need to go over there and visit her. She's so cute and funny. Her laugh makes me laugh. When she laughs on her auctions, I just laugh. You ever been around somebody that has a laugh that when they laugh, it just makes you laugh? That's the way Lisa is with me. Yeah, it's a commitment, but what I was going to say, and James and I do this a lot, and we will read separately. Like he'll read a portion, we're reading the same portion. Then we'll come together and discuss it. And he may have got one thing out of it. I may have gotten something else out of it. And we talk about it like, it's like when one person reads it, they can read it and get something out of it that they are needing in their life. And then another person can read the same scriptures and they need it for their life. And it just speaks to people differently. Now, the Old Testament, all that begot this and begot that, when you get past that, and you have to know the, I don't want to say characters, because they wasn't characters, because they were real people. What they went through, and what the history is behind what was going on during the time that was written, then you can follow. It's easier, but it's difficult when especially if you're a new Christian and you've never read the Bible, which you then have probably been a Christian a lot of years, and I mean I have, and you don't really understand what's going on. It's kind of hard to understand, but we know that God will reveal it to you, or whoever's reading it. He'll reveal what you need to know about any scripture. But I just think people are turning more to that now than ever before. It seemed like several years ago that people wasn't even thinking about God or anything like that. But now it seems like, to me, more people are turning toward that, you know, seeking that out, wanting to know more about it. And I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. I mean, it's a wonderful thing because you should work it out yourself. You should not let somebody tell you how you are supposed to believe. I mean, you got the book right there in front of you. You can read it and you can make decisions on your own. This is what it says to me. This is what I believe. You know, this is what's happening now. There's a scripture in the Bible, and I don't know where it is. It says, we are to work out our own salvation, which is all the same. Don't get me wrong, salvation is salvation. But people come to it in all different directions. Uh, Everybody does not come at it at one straight direction. We find it in the place that we need to find it. And there's no forcing it on anybody. It's them to desire it and want it. It's not for people to force it on anybody. That's just like my opinion. I'm not going to force my opinion on anybody. If you ask me for it, like I said before, I'm going to give it to you. But if you don't want it, I'm good with it. I mean, you know, I'm not mad at you if you don't use it. You just got a life to live on, and you just go live it. That's the way I feel about it. And that's my little sermon for the day. Angie's sermon for the day. Live your own life. Seek out your own spiritual beliefs and knowledge. Pray, and it will come to you. But life is so much easier with that than without it. And I really don't, and I can't comprehend how people live and not have that in their life, and not desire it. To me, it would be just like wandering around with no guidance, with no direction, just running around on earth with fly by the night. And hey, Blue, Lori, how are you? Welcome in. I'm just preaching, just preaching. Um, and nobody's better than anybody when it comes to that. I don't care how much knowledge you have about it or how much knowledge you don't have about it. Nobody should make you feel inferior. Do I have makeup? No. Nobody should make you feel inferior to it because none of us know it all. No. I mean, as many times as I've read the Bible and I've studied it, every single time I go into it, I learn something new. Learn something new. And just sit there and go, now, how many times have I read that scripture? Now, why didn't I see that before? I have done that a million times. Oh, Nana, thank you. Thank you, Nana. But I mean, I like to spoon feed. When somebody asks me about the Bible, I don't want to sound so intellectual that nobody can relate. I like to spoon feed people like giving food to a baby and bringing it down so simple that a baby can understand what you're talking about. That's the way I want it told to me. I don't want you to stand up in front of a class and you're this professor and you're quoting all these Greek words and these Hebrew words and you're trying to impress me because you know it. I don't get anything from that. All I get is, oh, you're smart and you're trying to make me feel stupid. And here we go. I don't want that. I want to bring it to a level where everybody can understand it and enjoy it. I mean, it's very enjoyable and so interesting when you start telling the stories and how it all connects together. I mean, it's just like, wow, I didn't know that happened, or wow, I didn't know that fit together like that. And I don't think it's right for a teacher or a professor to stand up in a class and act so pious and almighty and you're not learning anything. That's not a teacher. That's not a teacher. If you can't stand up, if you can't relate to your students or the people that are trying to learn something from you, if they can't get what you're saying, you're not a teacher. You got to bring it down where everybody in the class can understand it and enjoy it. I want people to enjoy it when I discuss something and I try to get somebody to understand something. I want them to say, oh man, that's interesting. I want to go find out more. And then they'll run to their Bible and they'll find out more about what I've talked about. I don't want them to leave like, well, that was just Chinese. I didn't understand a word this person said. That didn't make any sense to me. I don't want somebody to leave like that. Oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all. But uh it makes me crazy when I think about all the wars because of religion. If we all stop to think, our beliefs are so integrated with it. Yes, yes, it's so true. See, and this is something else I want to say. Religion was man made, okay? Actually, it was the worst thing that could have ever happened because that divides people. Religion does. Okay? Because you can religiously watch TV, you can religiously drink tea, you can religiously fish, you can religiously hunt, you can religiously do a lot of things. But you put people in groups, and then that group thinks they're better than this group, and this other group of religions think they know more than this group. But what it boils down to is either you're a Christian or it's Christian or non Christian. It's Christianity. It has nothing to do with religion. It's a spiritual walk. It's not a religious walk, you know. And don't get me wrong, I brought my children, and I was brought up in church, and I brought my children up in church, and I do not regret it because they have a foundation, and I have a foundation. So I'm not putting down on church attendance, but what I will say is they'll keep you so busy inside that uh, religious sector that you really can't speak to God because you're busy being on this committee, going to this group prayer meeting, going to this. And you have some people that sit in the congregation and they look at the preacher like, oh, if he said it, then it's the truth. Well, what they don't understand is he can make mistakes too. He's just as human as they are. And I have sit in church before, and our preacher be preaching, and I will go, wait a minute. No, I don't think that says that. I'm going to have to, and I'd wait till I got home, and I would look in the Bible, and I would read it for myself, and I would think, ooh, he missed that. But I never would say anything to him. But that's why we should seek it out ourselves, and not just look at a human being. I don't see her, Mr. Doggity Dog. Is she here? Did I miss Lori coming in? Lori, did I miss you? If I did, I'm sorry. Hey, Lori, if you're here, I'm sorry if I missed you. I'm on my soapbox. So, and don't think that you're not smart enough to read it or you're not going to be able to understand it. That's one book you're going to be able to understand is that book. If you're seeking it, it's gonna come to you. I don't care what other book you read in life. You can read a chemistry book, a history book, and you're like, oh, I don't get it. You'll get it. If you just read it, you'll get it. Oh, okay. Okay. But I would like to do little snippets of stories, you know, of like come on live and do or answer questions, but I don't want to get into the religious part of it where people are attacking each other in the chat. That's why I'd rather do a video because I don't want to get into the chat attacking because some people, it doesn't matter what you say, they're going to have controversy with it, you know. Hey Leon, welcome in. They're going to question you about every single thing you say, and they're going to nitpick it, and they're going to, yes, please not start another war over collision. Do what? Oh, a war over collision. Um, but you can't bring that up. People lose it, man. Um, yes, that's walking a tightrope. Doing it live, dropping video might be better. Yeah, yeah. That's what I've been praying about it, and it's coming to me. Video. I can't go live because oh yeah, I don't hardly ever. This is the most I've ever talked about it on my channel. But people for some reason, like I said, everybody has an opinion. And you know what? I wouldn't get upset with their opinion. They would get upset with me, But I wouldn't get upset with them because I'd be like, okay, well, then that's what you believe. There is no change in anybody's mind. People have to make it up within themselves if they want to be different. No, you can't force somebody to be different or believe different than they already believe. You can't. It has to be a prayerful thing. It has to be an insightful thing. They have to inwardly change. They have to want it. So it wouldn't bother me if they didn't agree with what I say. Oh, that would probably upset them because they wouldn't be able to gaslight me, because I'm like, okay, well, you believe what you want to believe, and you let me believe what I want to believe. And I'm good. I mean, I know what my foundation is built on, and I'm good with it. And I'm willing to listen to anybody else. And if they say something that quickens inside me, I'll go, wait a minute. Maybe I need to look into that. They may be right. Let me see. I'm not closed to the fact that I can learn something new because I always want to learn something new. I'm not closed to that. I'm not saying somebody wouldn't come in here and say, "Oh, did you know?" And I'd think, "Ooh, I had never heard that." But like I said, it's getting easier, I think, here lately for people to talk about that subject than it has been over the last several years. I mean, it was at one point that and politics, which I don't want to bring up, was the worst two things you could, if you want to destroy your channel, talk about those two things. And then you won't have a channel because people will lose it. And me, I'm so open minded that I'm like, okay, if somebody come in here and said something opposite of what my beliefs are or what I thought, I wouldn't get upset with them because they have a right to think and believe the way they want to. But don't try to change my mind and get mad when I don't start thinking like you. I'm giving you the courtesy to think like you want to, then give me the courtesy to think like I want to, and we can still be friends. I can be friends when it's all over with. It doesn't cause me to say, "Oh, I'm never speaking to them again." But some families will not even speak to each other over religion or politics. They get so mad. And that I can't comprehend because I'm thinking, well, I have a cousin, her son is the opposite of what her belief is in politics. Like she's on, which to me it's the same bird, different wings. You know what I'm saying? It's the same bird, different wings. They all the same. They're on the same bird. But anyway, her son switched over to the other political party that she is for, but they didn't have a controversy over it. They were able to live like that, and they were able to discuss it. Where some people aren't. They get all beside themselves. You're so funny. I like to believe I'm open minded too, and I have learned so much from other people. He went to the dark side. Well, that's what I would say. And to her, that's what it seemed like. But he was an adult. He was married. He was working things out himself. And she didn't stop loving her son because he didn't have the same political belief that she had. Now, I can't see me getting mad at one of my children if they had a different political belief than I did. Um, I can't see me not speaking to them. I would just look at them and say, Lord, where is their mind? Please get their mind right. And kind of laugh. Now, if they were bringing harm to themselves, I would get upset and try to help them. But I wouldn't throw them out of my house or anything like that. Yeah, emotions can run high. Yeah. Especially when you're a right fighter. You have people that are right fighters. They want to be right, and they'll destroy a relationship just to be right. That's called a right fighter. And I am not a right fighter. I don't have to be right. I mean, I already know where I stand. I don't have to win an argument. I'm like, okay, you win. You win. You win. And I just go on and think, okay, we're good. So I'm not going to argue, get mad, get gaslighted, and people just, they want to be right. And irregardless if they're right, and sometimes it's just a choice. It's not even a right or wrong decision. It's a choice. And oh, thank you, Texas. Welcome in. There you go, Laura. Yeah, I'm with you. But it also says don't cast your pearls before the swine. That means don't throw good things out there to people that's not going to accept it. Don't throw all your knowledge and all your stuff out there don't cast your good stuff out there when people are not going to accept it. That's what that scripture means. Don't do that. It'll be a lot of heartache if you do that. Don't do that. So if I think somebody is not going to accept what I'm going to say, then I'm just like, I'm not going to tell them. Texas, how's the weather where you are? Are you doing good? All right, y'all. What y'all got going on y'all's channel before we close it out? I'm sorry that I got on my that I started preaching. Warm today, yeah. Oh yeah, Lori. Yeah. I don't have time for that. I'm with you. I don't want to waste minutes and hours of my life. I don't Oh, short t-shirt. Good. I like to live in peace, and I don't want anybody disturbing that. All right, Nan, I'm just going to close it out. Thank you for dropping by. I love you. Y'all want to drop y'all's links on where y'all going to be, that's fine. I've enjoyed being with y'all today. Thanks for dropping in. This was just a pop-up for me to go live this week. I didn't even think I was going to be able to because I've had so many people in and out. Us trying to get this van thing taken care of and all that. But I'm going to do a video when they're supposed to deliver our van Tuesday and Monday or Tuesday. And I'm going to do a video. But I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I'll see y'all next time, neighbor. Bye. I love playing my intro as my outro. Out. Well, hey there. It's me, Angie. Come on in. It's time for our neighbor.
It's me, Angie, calling out to you. The door's wide open.